So
Who am I? Who? That's the intro right there.
what's up, nation? Hope you're having a fantastic week. My name's Josh.
And I'm Nick.
And this week in PermaTreat, who am I?
Am I an ant?
Or am I a termite?
Let's find out. Hey, it's June. Can you believe it's June 1st?
It is June 1st.
We are halfway through the year. Technically not, is it?
No, I think it's like June. Is it the end of July?
End of June?
July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, end of June. July 1st.
No, that starts the seventh month.
Isn't there like a summer solstice or something?
There's a summer solstice.
Isn't that the halfway?
I'm sure.
I know it's the longest day.
That's the summer solstice. When it is,
it's not the hottest day.
No, it's the longest day.
Longest day.
Longest day. And then the winter solstice.
Winter solstice.
You shortest
day.
June 1st, though. Amazing. So, what does that mean for the pest control world, June 1st? It's Christmas time! Means everything is out and about. Yep. Snakes are going crazy.
Yep.
Mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, chiggers, beetles, flies. Just a plethora of everything is out there. And the two of the most largest social colonies out there, insects, and been around the longest. Fun fact. They were part of dinosaur ages. They actually roamed with the dinosaurs.
Like over 250 million years. Yep.
Cockroaches, ants, and termites. And that's what we're going to discuss today. Ants and termites.
Termites are actually, aren't they I don't know if it's the genus or the family or something like that. They're related to cockroaches. Do you know that?
No, I did not.
I read it on the website while I was preparing for this. So, there's your first fun fact.
What I did learn, another fun fact number 2, is that ants and termites are on almost every continent except for
Antarctica.
Nice.
That's not one of these, is it?
No.
Okay, cool.
I didn't give it away.
So basically what we're going to be doing is kind of like last week's bedbug trivia.
Yep.
We're going to be going through about 5. Who am I? Guess who we are. Termite or ants. We're going to read the question or the clue, and you get to guess, if you think which one it is that we're talking about. So, should be a little bit, hopefully, shorter of a video.
A little bit quicker.
Than the last ones. We keep saying that we're going to do them quicker, and they keep getting longer. So
it never works.
Let's get into the first one, shall we?
All right. Who am I? First one. I break down tough plant fibers and recycle dead and decaying trees into new soil. Who am I?
You are a termite.
Nice. See, most people think termites are actually bad for us, but they're actually extremely beneficial for us. I like to call them Mother Nature's cleanup crew. We need them out there, all right? We just don't want them chewing on our house.
Yep.
All right, but we can't eliminate them. We can't have products that's going to get rid of every termite there is, because that's going to cause a lot more problems than we need. So termites actually are really good people. And on hot days, give them some water. They're hot working.
They're working hard out there. Basically, without the termites, all the fallen trees, the little sticks in the ground, all the debris and everything like that, they would really not have a place to go.
Right.
The termites and other insects like that eat wood, they're the ones that really, like he said, they're the cleanup crew. So it's perfect.
All those plant fires get recycled back into the soil, as we talked about, allowing the opportunity for future plant growth.
Yep.
Mother
Awesome.
Nature. It's a marvel.
Next one. Who am I? Some of us can fly, and we have 2 sets of wings that are both the same size. Who am I?
Well, Josh, you are a termite.
Ooh, man.
Everybody thinks a termite swarmer is an ant swarmer, and an ant swarmer is a termite swarmer. Okay? There are several things that we can look at, but one of the biggest identification processes is looking at their wings. All right? Ants have how many pairs of wings?
2.
2. So they have 4 wings. How many do termites have?
2.
2. They have 4 wings. The difference is what?
The ant wings, they're kind of more butterfly shaped, okay? So they have a top set and a bottom set. The top set is bigger than the bottom set, just like a butterfly. The termite, they have 2 sets of wings, top and bottom, and they're both the same size. So when they lay down flat on top of each other, they're going to lay down, there you go, like that. And you kind of see them like that versus butterflies or an ants. It's more like that. You can see the bottom set underneath of the top set.
Excellent. No, another good identifying characteristic is the 3 segmented and 2 segmented body parts.
Yep.
An ant will have 3 segmented body parts: head, abdomen, and thorax. Okay, and a termite's only going to have 2. So when you're looking at the insect with the wings, and you can't really tell if there's 2 sets of wings, one size or the other,
or if they've already bit their wings off.
Yeah, the wings are gone. You look for a little bitty pinched part at the bottom between the abdomen and the thorax. And if there's 3 segmented body parts, it's a
ant.
But what's the third easiest one?
They're antennas.
Yep.
All right. Everybody thinks ants are really, really strong, okay? And so their antenna kind of come out and go up, kind of like when you're making a mussel, versus a termite's kind of just comes straight out. So that's another
like an alien.
Way. Yeah, if you haven't already smashed it into a bloody little pulp when you see it in your house. Yep. But those are 3 easy, identifying traits of termites. And around here in Virginia, with the eastern subterranean termites, the swarmers, they're always going to be black. Okay, if you ever see flying ants and they're brown or red or orange or any other color, it's
or probably, hybrid of all.
Yeah, or it's probably a rainbow flying it. It's probably not a termite.
Right. And this is the time of year, especially in Virginia, where the weather we've been having is very common to have an termite swarm and an ant swarm at the same time in the season. Not the same area, but the same time as the season. So knowing those 3 characteristics will really help you a long way in calming you down and realizing exactly what you're dealing with.
Yep.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right, next one. What'd you say? Huh?
What?
Actually, I listen not by sound, but by the vibrations in the ground through my feet.
Ooh.
Who am I?
I'm actually an ant.
Huh? What'd you say?
I thought we already did that.
I was making a joke.
Oh.
It's an ant. I couldn't hear you. Woo, bad comedy. Bad comedy.
I was like, this is part of the thing. What are we doing it again? I don't understand.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right, Josh. Ants actually don't have ears. Okay, they deal with everything off of vibrations from the ground and pheromone scents. Okay, everybody knows that if ants travel to your kitchen to get a crumb and they make a line all the way back, and you take a little swab of your shiny sweat forehead like mine, and you put it like that across the pheromone, it almost looks like an invisible force field where the ants just all of a sudden just stop. Right?
They don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do because there's no more pheromone scent. All right. Once that dries up and the pheromone scent's able to come back, then next thing you know, you see the line starts creating again. We travel the same way in the ground with vibrations. Predators, large predators coming around, as the vibration changes, they know to hide or run away. Something drops, you walk up and you go to flip something over. It's all changes in the ground is how they also hear. So it's actually pretty cool.
Nice. I kind of, when you were talking about the little force field and everything, I imagined, one ant seeing the other ant, because obviously they're close to each other. There's only distance about that, and like throwing an arm across and everything. Like, come on, Johnny.
You can do it.
Like, literally, we're right here. But no. So ants, awesome. Hey, fun fact of the day.
Nice.
Ants, kind of touching base to our first one, our first episode. Ants can become zombies. Perhaps the strangest ant fact of all. There's a species of fungus that infects ants and take control of their bodies. The fungus finds its way underneath the ants' exoskeletons and begins to consume soft tissue. Shortly after, by unknown mechanisms, it causes an ant to leave its colony. The ant finds a leaf, bites it with a death grip, and dies.
That's awful.
Yeah. A few days later, the fungus releases spores to infect more ants. Some ant species have learned to recognize infested colony mates and will carry them off far away to protect the rest of the colony.
That's kind of mean.
Right?
You've been ousted.
Sorry, Johnny. You've been bit. You're gone. No, that's crazy. I remember seeing this on like Discovery Channel or something like that one time, and I'm gonna definitely put it. It's probably happening all back here right now. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. The little spores and stuff pop out of their heads and their bodies, and
I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool, and I want to see it.
it looks like aliens.
That's really
like
cool.
the movie Aliens, except not coming out of the chest.
Ripley.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Next one. Who am I?
I must obtain a. But
It's my turn.
no, it wasn't. You read the last
No,
one.
you did. Remember, because you were like, huh? What's this?
Oh yeah, I did read the last one.
All right, next one. Who am I? I must obtain a supply of microorganisms for my digestive tract, so I eat by the method of trophallaxis. Basically, I eat poop.
Yummy. I can see one ant walking by another ant eating poop, and I keep thinking of the Chris Farley from the movie Tommy Boy. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Nick,
Yes,
who am I?
you are a termite. So, why is that important to know? Because it's really, other than being really cool and really disgusting, why is that important to know?
I don't know, Nick. Why?
Because treatment methods, back in the day, and a lot of times what you can purchase over the counter now are products that detect, push them away. All right, they repel them away. All right, so that's where you get the old, put poison around my home, put a barrier, put the magical force field around my home, where little Yoda's protecting it because he's part of the force. That kind of thing doesn't work anymore. Okay, and it's like cows along a fence. They'll walk along that line until they see an opening, and boom, they come right in. All right. Now that we know how their feeding methods are and we're able to create products that they cannot detect, they then get it on them, on their food, transfer it through their poop to the next person, and next thing you know, a virus is transferred throughout the entire colony. So hopefully somebody has a really good tasty poop, and it goes through a lot of them.
Yep. Basically, it has what's called a transfer effect. Yep. I like to call it the friends and family program because it spreads from one to the other. But that's exactly right. The downside to the old kind of pesticides, like Nick mentioned, if there's a break anywhere in the barrier, it's no longer effective. But with this, it's a non-repellent, so they don't know it's there. And they go through it, they get it on them. And are we talking about baits? Were we talking about baits?
You can talk about baits. You can talk about liquids. Liquids that get on the wood source, like roots on the ground when we treat, and they travel through it, and they're getting on the food they eat. The liquid product is inside them also as well, and transfer effect on the outside of their body.
Yep, happens when you feed and groom each other and everything.
Right.
Nice.
Last one. Who am I? I have great hygiene.
Liar.
I do. I like to stay clean and spend a great deal of time grooming myself and friends. In reality, though, good hygiene is important to my survival because it keeps bacteria and parasites under control in my home. Who am I?
You, Nick, are a termite.
Yes.
Now, termites, like we mentioned, they do feed and groom each other and everything. And kind of like how touch and base, was it the fun fact?
Fun fact.
With the parasite and the bacteria and everything that can infect the ant colony, yes, they do groom each other. They do feed each other also in the ant colony, but it's not as important to them as it is for the termites.
Correct.
It's probably why you don't hear about this type of parasite infecting the termite colony, because they do clean each other and groom each other and maintain each other a lot better. Another fun fact, the average termite, the queen, she can live up to, I've seen anywhere from 20 up to 30 or 40 years. The average termite himself, not the queen, about 4 years, which is a very long time lifespan for an average insect. When you think about moths and everything, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 years, that's a long time. Probably because of the good hygiene.
Yeah, keep the parasites, the bacteria away. And the fact that they groom themselves.
Outside their tunnels, they got little hand washing stations where they put on and everything before they head back in. Hey, I like it.
Little signs, must wash hands after feeding.
Yes.
Another important thing to realize about that, it goes back to what we were talking about in the last Who Am I section, is We use the fact that they groom themselves so well in their friends and family, as you like to call it, to where the products, the liquid products that we put into the ground, they transfer through it. They don't understand it's there. So as they come back, they're all grooming each other. So next thing you know, again, the virus spreads at even a quicker rate. So not only do we have it through poop eating, but we also have it through grooming. So that's the difference between products. So it's very important to know not only that you have a product going into your ground to protect your home, but what type of product and the method in which it works. And, that and it's the science. It's just the science behind it.
Yep. And how long it's going to last.
Right.
It's a very important one. Yeah. That's it. Well, how did you score? It was pretty one-sided in terms of ant versus termite. Termite I think had 4. And ants won.
Ants had a really cool fun fact. I'm a zombie lover, and we've now encompassed that into 3 episodes. Zombies.
We did zombie bees.
Then we had the zombie mosquitoes fighting the zombie bees.
Oh, yes.
And now we have the zombie ants. Getting the theme going on here.
Yep. Well, that's it for today's episode.
Let's add one last thing. Okay. Let's go back to what we originally said. The most important thing for any kind of pest control is what? Identification. So Josh has plenty of pictures up he's had throughout the whole time as he's rolling his eyes because he can't stand that, and I love it. But properly identifying what you're dealing with out there is the only way of control. And that's the importance of having a professional company come out and take a look at what it is.
Absolutely.
It may not even cost you anything, but at least you know where you're going from. Yep. And there's a lot of misidentification out on the internet. A lot of great knowledge, but not so much sometimes too.
Yep.
So proper identification every time.
Yeah, most pest control companies, including PermaTreat, should offer a free inspection. Again, like Nick said, even if you don't buy anything, at least you know what you're dealing with and how to properly go about protecting yourselves. So hire or call your local pest control company now for a free inspection. So that's it for today's episode. Who am I? Termites or ants? Follow us or stay tuned for next week's episode. Don't know what it's going to be about.
We'll see.
We'll be as surprised as you are. We'll probably figure it out the day before.
As each week goes by, we'll figure out what the pest that's out there the most. And right now, it's termites and ants.
Termites and ants.
Going crazy.
Yep.
We'll see what next week is. So until then.
What else has been going? Mosquitoes? No, we've done mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Chiggers. Fleas.
Fleas and ticks.
Big ones.
Getting into that season. People going on picnics and everything. Hiking through the woods.
Big one.
Nice. So you can follow us on YouTube, This Week in PermaTreat. You can find us on Facebook at PermaTreat. Pretty much all the social media websites at PermaTreat or PermaTreat Inc. And that's pretty much it. So, until next time, keep on TWIPing.